Welcome, visitor, to where Spartan boys become Spartan men. I can't help but be reminded of the boy I used to be. I wonder what that boy would think if he saw me today. Would he be proud? Intimidated? Or would he pity the tired old man standing in front of him? But such thoughts are meaningless. Let us move on. The Agogi was Sparta's strict education system. The strenuous regimen took in the young boys and then reshaped them until nothing was left but the strength, intelligence, and resolve of a perfect Spartan citizen. I will find you once your visit has ended, and we will talk further. Until then, visitor.
Sparta was a Greek city located in the Peloponnese, a region in the south of Greece. It was different to other cities in that it had no walls. It started off as 4 neighbouring villages, all of which shared the same political, military and religious views. The Agage was the military training and education program for Spartan's male population. Making sure the men were ready for war was one of Sparta's main priorities. Boys began their training at the age of 7 and completed it when they were 30. It is said that only healthy boys were considered suitable for training, with babies being inspected after birth and unhealthy baby boys being thrown off cliffs. However, this information remains unproved. When boys came of age, they were removed from their families. Their education included subjects like reading and writing, but was mostly focused on tough military exercises. The Agage was divided into 3 cycles: 1 for boys aged 7 to 12, 1 for adolescents aged 12 to 20, and 1 for men aged 20 to 30. Sparta played a large role in defeating the Persians in the Persian Wars. They held their king Leonidas' death, which took place during the Battle of Thermopylae, in the highest respect. Because Leonidas died in battle, Spartans believed he died a good death and showed incredible bravery, qualities of a model Spartan citizen. The first cycle of the Agagay focused on boys aged 7 to 12. Each boy had his head shaved and wore light clothing. They walked everywhere on barefoot, swam in the river all year long, and slept on reeds. The boys were grouped into herds and were supervised by older adolescents. Once they reached the age of 12, they entered this second cycle of the Agagay. The second cycle included boys aged 12 to 20. When they turned 20, they could officially serve in the Spartan army. Until the age of 30, men lived in communal mess halls called ciskenias. From the age of 22, Spartan men were permitted to start a family, but 30 was viewed as a more appropriate age to get married. Spartan men served in the military until they turned 60, when they were designated as elders, although many were known to continue serving anyway. All adult males participated in communal meals called syssitia, where they contributed food and money towards meat on a monthly basis. Each man had one portion of a meal, except for kings, who received 2 portions. Syssitia attendance was mandatory for every Spartan who was part of the group, and the meals held great political significance. It was supposed to create a feeling of equality amongst the citizens, but it actually highlighted the difference between the rich and the poor, with those unable to contribute towards the meals going hungry and even losing their citizenship.
Your tour has ended. As you have seen, the Agogi was not for the weak or faint of heart, but it did its job in producing skilled warriors and shrewd citizens. What else would you like to do? Safe travels, visitor.